All right, folks, you are in the right place at the right time. This is the daily antidote of song. We are in the midst of another really powerful racial justice week. We've got folks coming in, still more people coming in from the waiting room. We're thrilled that you're here. I'm Sandy O.
And I'm Pat Humphreys.
And we're going to be guest hosting today, which means that we are going to be guest helloing you. All right, let's kick it off, Pat. Let's do the hellos.
Hello.
Hello, Joe and Katie and Arnaé and Arlene and someone who's just got initials and we don't know your name. And Deborah and Susan and Becky and Sandy and Gay and Arnett and Kathy and Nancy the cow and Diane and Pete and Hetty and Jacqueline and Candace and Randy and Sheila and Christiana and Sue and Anna and Frances.
Hello.
And then it's time to go to the second page, and here we go with Storm and Janice and Carolyn and Gary and Nicola and Toby and Lisa and Lisa and Deli and Kevin and Bonnie and Doug and Jenny and Renata and Ann and Susan and Robin.
Hello.
And Luda and Harriet and Carlene and Caroline and Janet and Fred, and you don't know how small these letters are when I'm trying to read your names. And then it's David and Terry and Suzanne. And page 3, it's Brian and Valerie and Dan and Ruth and Sid and Toby again. And Jim and lots of people who don't have their pictures on. Why don't you have your pictures on? It's so much fun to have you here. There's Tom and Beth and Dan and Brian and Arthur and maybe we've got everybody. Yeah. All right, we got most of you. We're so glad you're here. We just wanted to take the vocal heat off of our wonderful host and steadfast daily antidote of songer, Joe Rossi. Let's just give Joe a big bunch of love. We are really thrilled to be with you here on, as I said, the middle of another Racial Justice Week. We want to say hello to Facebook. We didn't get to sing to you, Facebook. There you are. We see you. Hello. And we're saying that there's a great big crowd up here. Everyone is going to be singing Zoom style and learning a wonderful new song from our guest artist this morning, Arnaé Batson. But first, this day is also special because it is none other than Mardi Gras. And we're going to bring the awesome Katie, who's the tech host here today, to the floor to tell us a bit about Mardi Gras.
Hello, happy Mardi Gras, everyone. I do see some folks wearing beads out there. I see you, Christina and Bob. Woo, throw me something, mister. And I see you too, Robin. Look at that tutu on your head. Happy Mardi Gras. I just want to say, according to Christian Champagne of the Yat Dictionary, Mardi Gras is Fat Tuesday. It is celebrated in the city of New Orleans and is celebrated as Carnival all over the world. It is a relatively religious holiday. And it's followed by Ash Wednesday. So for some folks, it's a good time to party before it's time to hang up your party hat and focus on your inward development and fasting of 40 days. Woo! In New Orleans, one of my favorite Mardi Gras traditions is the Black Carnival celebration of the Mardi Gras Indians. These men and families, they build their costumes all year. They make their Mardi Gras suits by hand, bead by bead. So big shout out to those men and women down in New Orleans who are celebrating in a more subdued fashion this year. So have a great day, everybody. Happy Mardi Gras.
Yes, thank you. Thanks so
Katie.
much. And we remember being in New Orleans and getting to see the Black Mardi Gras celebration, which was extraordinary, and you know, the Native connection as well with that community.
Yeah, we went with some friends who lived down there who took us, not the sort of tourist route, but more the back way around and through the neighborhoods. It was really beautiful.
Yeah. So we're so thrilled this morning to be hosting a Daily Antidote of Song and to bring a wonderful artist who's no stranger here, but we want to tell you a little bit about her. Arnaé Batson is a Grammy-nominated singer, songwriter, and culture carrier. She directs the Sing Network, and that's a Sing with 2 S's for Sharing Songs, Inspiring Neighborhood Gatherings, which is a nonprofit that promotes harmonious connection through a cappella singing. Arnaé's passion is toward forging a worldwide singing community made up of neighbors across the globe and empowering them to sing together for social justice and pro-people-centered human rights. So yes. So please welcome Arnaé Batson.
Good morning. I'm still with the hellos. I'm still there. Classic, classic. So, Joe, you know, when you go back and archive all this, that's got to be one of the ones, that's in your top 10. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Good morning. I said earlier, the revolution is here, it's being televised. We are excited as always to be with each other. So we're all neighbors. And I mean, really now in COVID times, we are all neighbors. So welcome to the neighborhood here. The song that I'd like to present is called Justice. And I'm thanking Katie for putting the lyrics in the chat. This is a song that came through me as I was watching Insurrection Day, forever in history be known as Insurrection Day, January 6th. This is what came through me of one of the many things. And so the words are fairly simple. We're singing in unison together. So we'll go kind of line by line. So it's justice, 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 justice. That happens 4 times. So sing it with me. 2, 3, and justice, 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 justice. Excellent. You sound fantastic. The next part is, oh, let it be so. Justice. Give it back. Oh, let it be so. Justice. So let's just put those together, please, to the top. Justice, 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 justice. Oh, let it be so. Justice. Fantastic. Give yourselves a hand. We can be making it, yo. So that's the chorus. It comes through a few times, so you got it. There's a part where you can add 3-part harmony. Those of you who know how to get down like that, this is what you do. Okay, for the verse. Justice to cleanse the soul. Give it back. Justice to cleanse the soul. Justice to make us whole. Justice to make us whole. And back to the let it be so. Justice. So we're going to do that whole verse with each other. Justice to cleanse the soul. Justice to make us whole. Let it be so. Justice. And that's pretty much the song. Sing it with your heart open. It's a reminder and a calling forth of universal justice that we know it has to come through. Whether folks want it, whether we see it in our lifetime or not, it's coming through. It's coming through. So let's welcome and usher justice in. All right, I think we're ready to sing this song. We ready, y'all? Is we ready? Let's sing this song. Take a breath. Giving thanks that we get to be our neighbors with each other today. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Justice, 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 oh, let it be so. Justice. You got it? Come on in with me. Here we go. Justice, 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 oh, let it be so.
Justice.
Now we can have a soprano come on top.
Justice. 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 Oh, let it be so. Justice.
Let's go to the verses.
Justice to cleanse the soul. Justice to make us whole. Let it be so. Justice. Justice must overflow. Justice where it is low. Let it be so. Justice.
Back to the top.
Justice. 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 Oh, let it be so. Justice. 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 Oh, let it be so. Justice. Justice. Justice.
Oh, wow.
So beautiful.
That is
Wow.
really beautiful.
Mm.
Could you just write like 7 more verses so we can sing that more and more and more
Like
and more?
all
and more?
day, all year, maybe.
It's beautiful, you
Mm.
know. It's so catchy and it's so deep with few words. You know, with such few words, it's really really deep. And that you said that you wrote it on the day of the insurrection. Will you tell us how that happened for you?
Um, well, I wasn't surprised. I knew it was happening. I
Mm.
mean, it was advertised, people. Everybody knew. And so for anyone to feign, what is going on? Wake up, wake up, wake up. It's been happening around us. It's been brewing for a long time, and it's going on now. It's
Mm-hmm.
still happening. That was, I liken that to a debutante ball where they came out in costume and got to be on TV and on social media, and now they're back in replanning.
Mm-hmm.
All of those people who brought violence and terror to our nation's capital got to go home.
Mm-hmm.
A few of them have been arrested, but let out on bail. So um, it's a kind of resolve that I've learned to have. Just as a Black woman living in this country, there's something called the protection of your complexion.
Mm.
That were me, y'all would be we'd be asking for bail money right now. But people got to go home and to continue to plan for the next time. And so it was just a feeling of, okay, do y'all see what I see? I see. Do you all see it? What are we going to do about it? For me, I know I sing about it, I write about it, and this just song just came through. Just justice.
Mm-hmm.
Let it overflow where it's owed, because it's owed a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, I thought those 2 words, that those lines exactly were so important because it just made me think of justice flowing like a river when you know, yes. So it just brought in so many images, and I'm always, you know, that's also what we do is, you know, create art out of whatever is going on, whether it's the terrible or the wonderful, and but just that you created such a joyful thing out of such an intense moment is actually really a beautiful thing. And when you say, you know, the protection of complexion, I think I've said it here last time we were on recently, but during the summer of demonstrations against the killing, after the killing of George Floyd and Ahmaud Arbery and Breonna Taylor, and there were 14,000 peaceful protesters who were arrested. And after this insurrection, there have been like 140 people. And they went in and destroyed things, they killed people. And if you needed to have a sense of what Arnaé said, or that's what it is, it's right there in front of us.
Hopefully, many more people got to see the system through the eyes of people that have always been left out and that have always been, the subjected to violence, whether it be economic violence or actual physical violence. It was before everybody's eyes this time. It wasn't just in smaller communities and under the cover of darkness. It was right out there, being broadcast in daylight all day long for everyone to see.
Absolutely. And we got to see who is who.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
We
yeah,
got to see who was opening doors, who was leading pathways,
yeah,
who was ushering people in which direction. We got to see. We got to see.
Right,
yeah,
right. And then who was voting to acquit
yeah,
and then saying, oh, well, he definitely did it, but I still voted
right,
to acquit him.
yeah. We got to see who was legislating on their behalf, which is a very important piece of this. We got to see them, right there in you know in color.
In color, in color.
Yeah, right.
So our job is to stay awake, stay woke, as the youngins say, stay woke. And for me, I started a letter writing campaign where I'm writing to my congressional people, to the legislators, letting, because those letters, they still count.
Mm-hmm.
Because this is the generation that knows how to receive letters. So having something in the mail, like this is how I feel about this situation. This is how I want to push forward. This is how I want you to vote moving forward on these situations. They need to hear from us. Let's
Mm-hmm.
stay awake. Let's stay engaged. Let's stay involved. They need to hear from us.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's a really important point. I hope people take inspiration. I'm inspired by that. And I want to shout out to Susan who posted it was justice roll like a mighty stream. I was forgetting sort of the whole phrase, but I love that connection to it. So for the Sing Neighbors singing and creating, tell us a little bit more. What do you have coming up, or what are you doing with that project?
Yes, yes. Well, I started it in my neighborhood. Are y'all know nextdoor.com? That
Mm-hmm.
app? Okay, so there's a lot of beef that happens on Nextdoor, but I wanted to bring some joy and some light. And so I just posted an ad one day. Anybody want to sing? And so it was a great way of getting to know neighbors, letting neighbors know each other, um, having just folks sit next to each other, who might have seen each other on the street. They were a little shy, but I would post. Um, so we had someone in the group who would be posting, and more people would see it, and so it became this gathering kind of thing. And so I love this idea of neighbors from all over just turning your televisions off, coming in for an hour or so, just to sit with people who live across the street with you and just building connection, knowing how much more you have in common than not.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so, since we are on, now everyone's at home, this is a better opportunity for me to expand my neighborhood. I'm a Mr. Rogers kid. I love that dude. I love that dude. Would you be mine? Could you be mine? Won't you be my neighbor? And so this, it's stemmed from just that idea of just let's come together and let's sing. And so we sing on Tuesday nights. This one gathering that I have is happening tonight, and I'm hopeful that Katie is putting the information
He
into
has.
yeah.
fantastic. And we do videos now. We do videos, people. So that's one of the blessings of this time when people can come together and we're just pushing forward with our creativity, making things happen, and singing new songs about social change. So we got new songs, we sing classic songs, um, and we're just building the archive, we're building our catalog, building our content. And you all are welcome to join. Come
I
hang
love
out.
it. And in this day of Zoom land, we can all be your neighbors and come and sing. It's 7 p.m. tonight Pacific, so it's a little late for folks on the East Coast. Just take a disco nap. Take a nap and wake up for Arnaé's event. I think maybe we want to sing that song again, don't we? Let's sing that song. Thank you so much, Arnaé, for creating that song, for bringing it here this morning with so much joy and resolve and power and strength for all you've been through and for all for all you're willing to be to help bring people together and so that we can create the change we need.
And thank you for extending your neighborhood so that all of us can be a part of that and can sing your beautiful music. It's really
Thank
powerful.
you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Okay, let's take a breath. This is some goodness. Let's bring some revolution in. That good. Okay, let's sing this song. 1, 2, 3, hit it. Justice, justice, oh, let it be so. Justice. Everybody, all neighbors. Justice, justice, oh, let it be so. Justice. Put your fist up for justice. Come on, y'all. Justice, justice, oh, let it be so. Justice. Move those shoulders. Justice to cleanse the soul. Justice to make us whole. Let it be so. Justice. Woo! Justice must overflow. Justice where it is low. Let it be so. Justice. Everybody. Justice. Justice, oh, let it be so. Justice, one more time. Justice, oh, let it be so. Justice. Thank you all for singing with me.
Thank you so much for singing, Arnaé.
Yeah, it's such a pleasure. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you, Arnaé, so much, and Pat and Sandy so much for this whole entire package, which has felt like the Just Right song and the Just Right discussion. Thank you to both of us for making a space to have those harder discussions that we need to have. That's both of you squares, not both of you people. All three of you people, thank you. Pat and Sandy, thank you for those glorious, ridiculously beautiful hellos, by which either the bar has just been raised yet again on the whole hello thing, or I'm going to need to have you come every day to say the hellos, and then you can go. Thanks so much, guys. It's so much fun to spend time with both of you squares, or all three of you people. Can we please all give them a huge thank you? We send you so much love and so much hugs for spending your time, sharing your music, sharing your thoughts with us. So grateful. Thank you to everybody out there on Facebook for joining us today. We're really glad you did, and we hope you'll come back again tomorrow. Lots more good music this week and every day here at the Daily Antidote.